Hello there, everybody. Welcome on into today's video. Greatly appreciate you taking time out of your day. Swing on over, check her on out. We are wrapping up Ailee's solo week today with some interviews. Not variety. She hasn't done a whole lot of variety stuff, but a few of you recommended some great interviews that she's done. So we're going to watch a couple. It is going to be a little bit of a longer video, over an hour at least. So grab your drink, grab your snack. But before we get going into that little portion of this little solo series, if you've noticed, there wasn't a live video. The live's performances did not get posted over here. Unfortunate for me that it did get audio blocked. And when you get audio blocked, it is very hard to get around that, unfortunately. So I did post the live performance video over on my Patreon for free for you all if you'd like to go check it out. Link will be in the description for easy access. If you want to just jump right to the video, feel free. But I did have to post it over there and I couldn't post it over here. So I just want to give you a little news on that. Feel free if you'd like to go see that video. It is over on Patreon. So, but today we're wrapping up her little solo series. I am very, very much enjoying a lot of her music. And thank you everybody in the comments giving me some more recommendations to listen to. I've been listening to some stuff off of reacting, because usually for the solo week I do a full week of their content, and then afterwards I try to explore a little bit more on my own. So thank you for giving me some recommendations. I know she has a lot of OSTs that we didn't get to during this solo series, but I've been checking a few of them out on my own time, so thank you for those recommendations. But this will wrap up her week. And then next week we'll be doing Hyun, we'll be doing hers. Already going to be a little terrified. I haven't started filming that yet, so that's going to be a great time. I have concerns. But, and then G-Dragon is after. Yes, will be after her. So we have a nice full month of the solo series, and then I'm going to be taking a little bit of a breaky break. Just to reset, recharge, all that fun stuff. So, and then we'll be jumping back into some other things. But that's a little bit of news I got for you. But we're going to be doing 2 interviews today. First interview is with iHeartRadio. Fingers crossed doesn't get blocked over here. And then the second one is Dive Studios. So the first one is basically her talking about her new album, which I believe was like a couple years ago, this interview. And then the last one we'll be doing is Fresh Start, so with Eric. So that will be some fun time. So grab your drink, grab your snack, and let's get rocking and rolling. Let's go. All right. Should be good. Yes, this food looks delicious.
Gosh, I'm so excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm excited that you're here too. Who knew that it was going to be like this, you know? Have you been okay?
And for so long.
Yeah.
I've been okay, mostly because I never really left my house to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
I like to stay home.
Because this is
do
this is around COVID time, right?
Because I'm out all the time working.
Right after?
So when I have the chance, I'm just always home. I don't really go out. I always have my friends come over. So I haven't been greatly affected by it in a personal kind of way. But yeah, for everyone
like
else
the height
going through a
or
lot,
roughly around.
Yeah, that breaks my heart though. Like all the businesses and all my friends working. And, people who enjoy going out.
Yeah.
Even in the industry, we can't perform.
Right.
I haven't been able to perform in front of an audience in a very long time.
Right.
As well.
Right. But in the midst of all that, you decided to come back.
Yes.
With your 5th mini album.
Yes.
Which I listened to.
You did?
I did.
Yeah.
It's
you
so
got a
good.
sneak peek?
It's so good. I can't sing, but it's one of those albums that it made me want to go to like a karaoke you know, like by myself. You know the Korean dramas when the girls are depressed when they go in the room by themselves and they just sing really loud. I wanted to do that.
Aww.
But then I was like, I'll probably get kicked out of the Noiwa because I really can't sing. Get like a 0 score. But
No, it's
like,
fine. You should totally do it.
oh, well, you and me can go one time.
Yeah,
go,
that'd be awesome.
Can go. And then I'll be your backup vocal.
I'll be your backup vocal.
So when did you start recording for this album?
Well, actually, I didn't record
She's
saying,
adorable.
okay, I'm gonna make this kind of an album, and you know, we'll have it out by a certain time. I don't work that way. That's not my working
walk
process.
looks
I like
amazing.
to record, take as much time as possible, and then with the songs I have, I like to put them in one album. So the temperature of the songs kind of match each other. I like doing that. So yeah, I've been recording for about a year or so.
Oh, okay. So this
That's
is
an interesting process. I love that.
Progress then,
Yes.
right? Okay.
That's how I like to work.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't like making music like a factory,
Right.
like taking
Like short
time.
period of time and
Exactly.
like stacking everything up, of
Yes.
course, just like at your own pace
Yes.
and get also really good quality, right? Then you could really take the time to select songs and listen and see what you want to do. Is there anything specific that you had in mind, like with this album, like something special that you wanted to show fans or share with fans, like a new side of like yourself that you wanted to show, or?
Well, I don't know if anyone's noticed before, but I haven't had a traditional Korean ballad song as my title single or just in my album in general. They're usually released as an OST, like a drama or a movie soundtrack, things like that. So I wanted to kind of show my emotional side in my album. I haven't really done that ever.
Right.
And
Love
even the songs that I sing for OSTs, like Goblin, like 도깨비's 첫눈처럼 너에게 가겠다. That's still me too.
Right.
But
This
I've
song
never
is
been able to
fantastic.
put it in my albums before because all my other songs were either way too upbeat or like crazy dance tracks, and it didn't really match the color of my album.
Right.
So I thought maybe this fall and winter I would, express my emotional side of my music through this album.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's definitely, I feel like perfect if you think about like being cold outside and kind of like being cozy inside the home and like listening to your music. Because you have some songs that are, of course, like the really like heartbreaking. Like I was telling
The chip, is it still there? What do you mean to say? She's joking and I'm eating.
See how much you can.
I'm not trying to choke with you.
Okay.
This is hilarious.
So, no, but definitely like when I heard it, I was like telling actually my friend, I was like, who hurt this girl?
Me. That was me. I was like, who hurt her?
Heartbreak and like emotion into your voice. Like my friend was actually telling me, she was like, oh, Ailee songs are like my go-to like after a breakup. And then like, because you have like this really heartbreaking like, I'll never love again. And then you also have those like really fierce like girl power. I don't need you. I don't need nobody. I'm fine by myself. You know what I mean? The title track, 우리 사랑한 동안, right? So I heard that you wanted that as your title, like as soon as you heard the guide.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. And what was it about this song?
Well, the melody being beautiful was just a given. It was beautiful, but the lyrics, something about the lyrics, it really pulled me in. While we were in love, like we all have regretful relationships. Like, oh, why didn't I treat this person better? Why did I act this way towards this person? We all have regretful relationships, but I liked the fact that I can relate this to any relationship. It could be between two lovers or two parents that you haven't seen in a while, or even your pet that you lost. And it really made me relate to the song because I haven't been able to really keep in touch with my parents in the States.
Yeah.
And they were really upset because even though they know
Right.
that I'm busy and they know that I can't really keep up with, keeping in touch, but they were still just like, oh, why don't you call me more often? But then when I heard this song, I felt like I was really going to regret not being able to call them more often or to go see them more often. I haven't been home in over 3 years.
3 years,
So
damn.
crazy.
I had no time to go home to the States.
Yeah.
So, and especially with the whole COVID situation,
Right.
I haven't been able to travel. So
Right.
it's been worse.
Yeah.
Um,
Your parents at least get to come and visit you at all?
they can't at the moment.
Oh, not at the moment, but like
Yeah.
in the past they've been able to at least
Yes,
come.
like
Okay.
once or twice a year.
Okay.
But then even when they came out here, I would be so busy.
Right.
So I would only see them like in the morning or when I come home at night. And I just felt really bad.
Right.
When I
Aw.
heard this song, I was very regretful. But being a human being, it wasn't very easy for me to, change my pattern.
Right.
But
Well,
yeah, it made me want to, do better.
Right. Well, in the moment, like when you're in the moment, it's like hard to see that kind of stuff, right? Like in the moment, it's like, well, I have my schedule or I'm busy or, but then it's like those other moments when you look back and you think and you're like, like I really haven't seen, like even with me, with my parents in the States too, like I also haven't seen them for a while. And those times when they call and you hang up really fast or something like, and then later on you're like, why did I do that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It just made me think of those moments and made me realize, oh, I'm probably never going to get these moments back. So let's treasure it
Aw.
as much as I can.
Right.
So
Right.
I was just very drawn to the lyrics.
Yeah, well, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Oh,
Short break.
look at it.
Oh, we got more
you see the
food.
kitty family.
Yes.
Oh, we have visitors. Hi.
They said, Ailee, congratulations on your album.
Thank you.
Please come back and do a busking session for us. And we will. Okay, so the other
The
tracks
food
on
looks
the album,
so good though.
I want to know about them. Like,
Damn.
you specifically, of course, you selected
Mhm.
all of them, right? Is there any special story or something that you could tell about one of the tracks, or like the selection process, or anything about the recording process, or?
Oh wow. Well, the selection process was definitely based on what songs moved me emotionally. Nobody hurt me or anything like that, but it was just like, what song is so emotional that is going to, make me feel that during this season.
Right.
And these songs were the songs that moved me the most.
Oh my word, the
And
kids.
recording
Over to the
process
editing.
was pretty fun for me this
So
time
cute.
around. I didn't have to stress about making the songs myself and rearranging things too much. So
Oh, full-on cat family over there. Behind
everything
her.
happened very smoothly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's really good.
Yeah. That's really good.
Okay.
I love hearing about her process,
So
how she goes
there
about her
are
albums.
some really great producers on this album.
Yes.
Ones that you've worked with before, and then also
Mhm.
ones that are new. So, how was that experience? Were there certain producers that it's like you worked for the first time that you've always wanted to work with, or anyone that like you worked with in the past where you're like, I really want to work with this person again? Were there people like that?
For me, I tend to pick songs just based on the song.
Right.
Sometimes, a lot of producers, they make so many different kinds of music, but that certain song might not be the song for me. So I usually just listen to music without knowing who the producers are, and then when I pick them, I'm like, oh, this is your song. Yeah, and then I'm like, oh my
That's
god,
cool.
it's so great to be working with you again and stuff like that. But
Okay.
yeah, I got to work with Ear Attack and Moonha Oppa again for this album. Moonha Oppa was one of the composers, one of the producers for 노래가 늘었어. So I haven't seen him since then. And we met up in the studio and we worked on 그게 뭐라고 with Ear Attack.
Oh my God,
And
love
I was
that
like,
song.
how did
Love that song.
you two meet? Like, how
Yeah.
did you two make the song together? This is so crazy. And like, Ear Attack, he's always a pleasure to work with all the time. He's such a funny guy. So, the song actually is a very sad song. But in the studio, we kept cracking up because he's always making jokes
Oh.
and saying weird, punchlines that he has for the day.
Oh, he sounds like such a great person.
He is. He's an amazing person.
Yeah.
And it was great to work with Sophia and Distract for this album as well. They brought a lot of the like pop ballad feels to this album, and I loved that. So,
Gotta love a good pop
I'm very grateful
ballad.
to be working with any producers, really.
Right.
As long as the music is good.
Of course, of course. And you always have good quality music. And then this album, oh my gosh, I can't wait for your fans. I mean, people are really gonna love it so much. Okay, let me see. I need you to eat.
Yes.
I will talk.
I'll talk, you eat.
slow.
That salad looks so
I know,
good.
right? Okay, so of course you've had so many songs that are like pretty legendary, so popular, so loved by, like Taejung, right? Like pretty much everyone, right? Like those really powerful songs, that the fast-paced ones that we talked about before, and then like your ballads, right? That are in OSTs and stuff like that before. If there was someone that was listening to Ailee for the first time, okay, and you had to put together a playlist of your own songs for them to listen to, what songs would you want to be included so that they could
Oh, that's a great question.
see by listening to those few songs, like, so this is Ailee, like.
Well, definitely all the new songs off of my album.
Okay.
And yeah, for sure, the dance tracks like I Will Show You, You and I.
You and I, so good.
My ballads, I Will Go to You, like For Snow, and some R&B tracks like Midnight, Home. Yeah, I would put in a lot of different genres there, so they know that I could do a little bit of everything.
She really can do a little bit of everything. She can do everything.
Everything. We don't need anyone else.
The umbrella
So
of her music
we
is
talked
massive.
about like the Goblin, right? Song that I Will Go to You, like the first snow, right? So of course that song is so popular, right? Like so popular.
Yay.
That's
Did
so
you
good.
know when you were recording? Did you get the kind of feeling like, oh, this is gonna be like a huge? Did you like know that it was gonna be as big as it was?
I had no idea that it was gonna blow up that big. When I first got this song, I was like, what is this song? I don't understand the lyrics at all. What is this song about? Like, I have no idea what this song is about. Because the lyrics are very poetic. And I was still kind of just adjusting to like the Korean like lyrics and just, understanding what I'm really singing and stuff. And when I first got the lyrics, I just did not understand what the song was about. And I was actually afraid of recording it because I couldn't relate to it because I had no idea what the song was talking about. And when I heard what the drama was about, the drama Goblin, I heard the story and the meaning behind it and everything, and that just got to me. And I tried to express it the best I can because I'm not immortal, so I don't really know what that feels like. But if I was, I would probably be this sad if the person I loved was gone.
Right.
So that's the kind of emotion I put behind the song, and I had no idea that it was going to be that big.
Yeah. So I was hearing it everywhere, like at that time. And I mean, even now, you still hear it a lot,
In the wintertime.
Yeah.
So thankful for that.
So you were saying, of course, when you first heard that song, the lyrics, you felt like you couldn't really relate because it was hard for you to understand the Korean, right? When you record your songs in general, right, is it all like, are you drawing on, like, for example, like those ballads about like heartbreak and loss? Like, even if it's not something that you experienced recently, do you draw more like your own like personal experience, or is it like for example, like you can watch a movie like
She looks
that's really, really
gorgeous.
sad, and you know,
Like,
be
damn.
thinking about that when you're in the recording studio and like thinking, you know what I mean, like putting yourself in that place, or like.
I don't really draw from movies
Mm-hmm.
or TV shows. Maybe sometimes if the song is very similar to what I've seen recently, but not really. I like to draw from personal experiences or just imagine that. But for me, imagining that what's going on in the lyrics is exactly what I'm going through right now.
Oh, okay.
So I just imagine, and I'm just like, okay, this is what I'm going through right now. I'm the main character of this song, and these are my emotions. And
What an interesting process she has. I love it.
It's like they actually make it seem like I'm not going through that song.
You're a really good actor then, because your voice is just so like, I've been hurt. I've been hurt before. You know, like I'm hurt listening to you. Even if I haven't gone through it, I'm like, oh, I feel the pain, you know? Have you thought about acting?
Have you thought about acting?
Yes, I'm actually, I just finished filming the movie Hanyeop. I'm in there for just a small part, but still, I just finished filming for that movie, and actually I got to act in my own music video.
Oh, wait, the one that's gonna come out
now?
Oh, is that?
I'm so excited.
What's the storyline? Can you I mean, like, it's gonna, people are gonna know what it is, right?
I can't spoil.
But I think by the time this comes out, they'll know. Is there a hot man in it?
Is there a hot man?
That's what I want to know.
She's so real for it.
2 men in my music.
Oh, 2 men. I would like to be Ailee.
2?
Yeah, 2 hot men in my music video.
What
actually
song is she talking about?
Yeah, 2. And I'm actually not the main character though. I'm kind of like the sub main.
Oh, girl, you're making me. I'm so curious. Okay. I will look forward to it.
It's gonna be so sad. I cried so much.
Oh, really?
Just, like looking at the script, it was so sad, and I related to it 100%. So like that character was like me.
Oh my gosh. So are you done shooting it, or do you still have
We
a
finished.
few? Okay.
We finished filming it. So yeah, I'm very excited. For
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm really excited. Okay, so of course you have been an artist now in Korea for what, like 8-9 years, right? And what are some of the key moments that you think helped you become the Ailee that you are today?
Ooh.
Like, I don't know if it's like, for example, you know, you've been on so many of those shows, like The Masked Singer. I loved you on the top. I love how, what is it? Kim Yeonu? You know, he like gave you a hug. He like,
I had no idea who he was.
yeah, of course.
No
Of course,
idea.
like, I just thought it was so funny how, because like, you know, normally Koreans don't really hug each other, you know? But he just came over and he was like, I love you, girl. You know, you were on like Puru and Myeongguk before, you were on The Call, you know.
Her Mortal songs. Oh my word,
so
so
many of
good.
these shows too. I don't know if like being on those shows as well like helps.
Like I said, go check it out on Patreon. We have a ton on there on that video.
About yourself that you didn't know before, or just, you know.
Well, definitely a lot of the shows did help a lot, but I would like to say the thing that helped me most become the current me is definitely all my failures.
Ah,
All my failures. I did put out a lot of songs that didn't do well as well as my other songs, but that didn't stop me. You know, I just kept pushing and pushing, and I felt like, you know, having scars and going through, you know, the slumps kind of made me stronger and a little less, you know, prone to getting hurt from, you know, the results not being good or anything like that. And just made me just solely concentrate on my music and what I could express through my music. And I feel like that's why I'm a little less worried about any kind of results or of things, you know, going well, or if people are looking at me, you know.
This is a great
in a certain
interview.
way. I just liked it to express who I am through my music, and I feel like that's real now.
Yeah.
So
That's really beautiful. That is an answer that I have not heard before. That you're okay. So is there like one specific time that you could talk about like more in detail about like either like a song that you released where, for example, like let's say you thought it was going to do really well, but it didn't, you know, to your expectation, or some other memory in the past?
For sure, one song that pops up into my head right now is a song called Home. I released it with my album called A New Empire. I wanted to show the roots of my music and do it in Korea. So I was mainly doing, you know, R&B and like pop back in the States when I was, you know, singing underground and when I wasn't a signed artist yet. And I wanted to kind of show my roots through that album. And it didn't do so well.
No. Oh, okay.
I was so sad.
Right. Because you really want to show yourself and you want to share that side. Okay.
This is me. Why can't anybody understand that this is me? But you know what? I came to accept my failure. I didn't blame anybody for my failures. I was just like, you know what? People who liked this album actually really liked it. And just because it's not everybody's taste doesn't mean everybody hated it.
Right,
you know? So
right.
I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep doing music for the people who like listening to what they want to listen to. So that's why I do the ballads. I do the mid-tempo ballads. I do the dance tracks. I do the R&B. I like to give a taste of everything to my listeners. So, yeah. I really grew from that experience.
Yeah, but I can imagine that. I can't imagine how heartbreaking
Love that for her
initially, right?
Yeah, and I was young, and I was like, oh my gosh, I failed. It's going downhill from now on. But I was like, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah.
I learned.
She's so cool.
That was a great experience for me. And it was a very humbling experience for me as well. I feel like maybe if that album did well, maybe I would be a little more cocky. Like, I can do anything. No, but yeah, it definitely made me a lot more humble than I was before.
Right.
Than I think that I was before.
Right. Is there, so of course you were, I think you've reached the point like where you're talking about like, you just want to make music that you like for the people that enjoy like listening to it, right? It's not so much like back in the day, of course, when you first debut, and of course it's always nice to say that you got #1 on a music show or that you got an all kill melon or whatever the music charts. But for you personally, are there any goals that you have, either as an artist or just like as you know, Ailee, the young woman, that like you would like to achieve like in the future or in the near future?
Goals I'd like to achieve. As a person, I'd like to, you know, stay the same. Like as in my roots. Right. But, you know, not as like a little kid.
Right. Like that, but like your choshim, right? To
not forget where I came from and to always remember the people who were there for me. That's something that I never want to change. And as an artist, I would like to expand more internationally. You know, have people all over the world listening to the songs that I make and have them understand what I'm saying and have them actually relate to and feel the emotions that I can send through my music. That's what I want to do internationally in the future.
Well, I mean, definitely already on a scale like you are, because when I always receive like fan questions and like messages when I do interviews with artists, and you really have like, I had like Ailee fan base like Turkey and like, you know, like all these like some a really big fan from like Tunisia, and you know all these people, like someone from France, like they were all like sending you these messages like, I've been a fan of Ailee since X year and I love her so much, and like, you know, she's my queen. So like you're already there. Aww. You know. Yeah, no, it's true. Okay, so of course you and I both, but born in the States, and you grew up in Jersey.
Jersey girl.
Rewinding back to really cute, sweet young Ailee, did you always want to be a singer? Like, of course I knew you were at university, like before it all, like, you know, like you got your big break and like came to Korea and stuff. But when you were young, like, did you dream of becoming a singer?
Since as long as I could remember.
Oh.
Yeah, I've always wanted to sing. I know there's like videos. Of
She
me when I
has
was, like, a little
the
baby,
voice
Uh-huh.
for
like,
sure.
holding a plastic microphone and just like.
Oh,
Aw.
that's so cute.
That is
Isn't
cute.
Literally
Can
how
I?
I was dancing.
That's hot. That's
This is
hot.
Literally like.
Uh huh. You have rhythm even back then.
Definitely not. I had soul, but no rhythm back
Wait,
then.
can I find this on YouTube? Did you ever share it, or is this like your parents' like home video
I
collection?
did share it during my concert.
Mm.
There was this one video of me singing and dancing, and I wore the same outfit and came on stage, but not like the same exact.
Right,
Yeah,
because then it would be like
That's
yeah,
cute.
Yeah,
That's
I
adorable.
wore- yeah, I did. I wore my hair kind of similarly, and I sang like all the like oldie hits from like that era, like,
Uh-huh.
the 80s,
Mhm.
90s.
Right.
Yeah.
That is so cute. And
Oldies
Maybe
hits
find
from the
I
90s.
want to see it. I want to see
Yes.
baby Ailee singing. And so was it always like you wanted to
Feel old.
be? Was there something that drew you to wanting to become to kind of establish that career in Korea, as opposed to?
Well, as many people know, I started my career in the States.
Uh huh.
I started singing on YouTube. I was performing in different universities and things like that. But I always had kid culture in
Uh huh.
my life.
Uh huh.
I watched, you know, like all the music programs
Mm.
with my mom. Like we would go to the video store.
Of
the
course,
renting,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the renting
yeah.
stores.
Rent. It was like $1.50. Uh huh.
Yeah, we would rent videos
Mhm.
every weekend, and I would watch all the music programs like over and over and over again during that whole week until the next week comes and we would go rent a new video.
Mm-hmm.
So I always
$1
had
rentals.
K culture in
Those
my
were the
background,
days.
But since I was there, I couldn't even imagine like coming back here.
Mm.
I just thought I would always do it there.
Right.
I always thought that I would just sing there, but then I had the opportunity to actually come out here, and I was like, oh, I want to go.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that opportunity was given to me, and I loved it. I took it right away.
Mm-hmm.
I loved K-pop. I loved listening to like 21, Big Bang. Like those were my heroes.
Uh-huh.
Like
Mhm.
Ihuri 선배님.
Uh-huh.
So.
She's a legend, but uh-huh.
So when I came out here, I had big dreams. I was like, oh, I can't wait to start singing here. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was fun for me to come back,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I feel like I did good by coming here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it was hard doing music in the States, but at that time.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I felt like I was supposed to be here.
Mm-hmm.
That was the time that I was, you know, supposed to. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, it was meant for you. It was like
Mhm.
destined for you to take
Yeah.
this path. So all those music shows that you watched growing up, you know, do you remember when you were at your first music show? Like your first, I don't know, what are they even called? Like Music Bank or like Kayo,
Mhm.
not even Kayo Top 10. That's what it was called a long time ago.
I still remember my first music program. It's actually it's kind of hard to say. My first official debut stage was on M Countdown.
Oh, okay.
Yes, on M Countdown, 2012.
Mm-hmm.
I was singing Heaven.
Mm.
I still remember what I wore too. But before that, in Korea, my first performance was actually in a Chuseok like special TV program where
Mm.
they had famous artists bring out new artists
Uh-huh.
that haven't debuted yet that are in the same company as them to kind of introduce, like, hey, we have this new artist coming out from our company now. And I went on the show with Prisong Oppa.
Ah, okay. Okay.
So that was my first time. And yeah, that was fun.
Mhm.
I still remember always just having fun. When I was first here, I was just excited for everything. So
Right.
Every stage, every TV show, I was just like always excited. Like, ooh, when am I going on?
But did you realize back then that going on the shows like Inky Out, it literally takes all day? Because you have to do like that pre-recording, but then you have to be there for like the real show. Yeah.
And the dry rehearsal.
Yeah.
The camera rehearsal.
It
There's
really.
a lot to do.
Yeah, it really takes
a lot of your time away. Yeah.
forever. Is there anything like when you first, because you started off in the States, but then you had the chance to, of course, debut as an artist in Korea, right? And then when you were experiencing all this, was there anything that turned out to be different than what you expect? Like when you were like thinking about how you're gonna have a career as a singer, if you thought it was gonna be this way, was there anything that was like kind of different from what you thought it was gonna be?
Oh yeah, of course.
Like
even the music program.
Right.
It is so much work.
Right.
So much work.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think a lot of people realize how much work goes into one album or one TV show or one music program. I just thought it would be me like always just singing like happily on stage and then just being like, okay, I'm out.
Yeah.
There's so much work.
Yeah, they're there like all day, like 5 a.m.
All the things that that needs to be like memorized, all the mannerisms that you need to like present yourself with, and I kind of had a hard time in the beginning trying to find myself, how to really show myself on camera. I actually still can't really do that. Like even in front of people that I meet for the first time, I'm very shy, so I don't really get to show like how crazy I am.
Right. So, like, because that takes some time to come out, right?
I take my time coming out of my shell.
Right.
But it's still difficult for me to do that when I'm going on TV programs that I don't really go on or things like that. So that was really hard for me to adjust to. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I show like who I really am? But yeah.
Of course, like we talk about being Korean American, right? And how it can be hard because I don't know if it was like this for you, but when I first came to Korea initially, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in a country where, because everyone had black hair, everyone, I wasn't like a minority, right, per se. And so in the beginning, I was like, this is like where I belong. But then once you live here for a little bit, you realize that you're still like a minority. Because so many people, like right when they saw me, they knew I was Korean American. And the way I think and my mannerisms all set me apart, right? So it's not like, I was also not as Korean as I thought I was. I think living here made me realize how Western I really am, And so of course, like you have to be away from your home and you have to live in Korea. Was there anything that was like really hard for you to like adjust to then or even now, like things that you like struggle with, like being Korean American in Korea and in the industry in general?
I feel like I don't have any struggles now per se, because I'm so used to being here and I absorb things very quickly.
Okay.
So when I first got here, I definitely understand what you feel like, feeling foreign and not being able to adjust. I was like that in the beginning when I first got here. And I'm very good at like absorbing new things and learning new things. So I actually adjusted faster than I expected. And actually, a lot of people forget that I'm Korean American. And there are some people, which I didn't know, but I actually found out recently that some people think I'm Korean. They don't know that I'm from America or that I was born and raised there. They're like, why is she so good in English? I was like,
why is she so good?
Like, oh,
Jersey.
Okay. Oh, now it makes sense.
Well, you're lucky because as soon as people hear me speak Korean, they're like, where in America are you from? What foreign land did you come from?
I feel like I haven't had any struggles recently, for sure. And I'm always interested in learning new things. I'm always still learning new Korean words to this day. And and I try to use it as much as possible. So yeah, I'm really trying my best to adjust. Well, actually, I've adjusted, but stay current here as well.
Okay, well that's good. That's good because I know it's like a lot of people, and also like now there's a lot more Korean Americans or like artists that are not from Korea, right? Like that come from other countries, like in the industry now. Like back then, I feel like the people that were kind of first in the industry that were from another country, they could have felt very like alone, right? Because they didn't have someone that could like relate also to their struggles. But like you also have a lot of friends in the industry, that are also singers that like if you were ever stressed or like upset about something, like you could talk to them, and then that you have this kind of this kind of core.
Exactly.
That you come from the same place. So it's,
we do have a group of friends, but mainly two of my closest K-pop friends that I guess I do talk to in the industry are Amber and Eric Nam. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, some people
besties.
think I'm related because Eric and I have the same last name. Nam. Yeah. So like, are you related to Eric Nam? And I'm like,
oh god.
Yeah.
That's revealing. Oh no. It's too funny.
Actually, one of the fans, she was like, I would love to see Ailee do a mukbang.
Oh really?
Oh.
I ate all of this.
Oh, this is mellow.
Right? It's really good though, right? It's spicy, but it's really good.
I feel my sinuses.
Open it up. It's like dry out these
Yeah.
days because it's the fall, but it's like open your sinuses up.
Oh.
It's really spicy, but it's really good.
Yeah. No, I love it. Okay. Some of the ways that you think you've changed as a person and as an artist from debut until now. Well, of course, I think, you were saying before about like your choshim, right? Like you always want to remain kind of true to that essence of yourself. In that way, you don't want to change, right? And you don't think you have, right? Like, but in what ways do you think you have?
I definitely matured. I mean, that naturally came with age, but a
you
lot
were
of
a baby when you did.
Yeah, but not a lot of.
How old was she?
You'll be surprised
17?
to know that
18?
not a lot of people actually
When she debuted?
mentally mature with age.
Or she a little
Right.
older?
Right?
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 Or a little younger?
But I feel like I was very blessed with, great people around me to, support me mentally and spiritually. So I've been blessed with staying grounded, and I feel like I matured very, nicely. Well, I still probably have a lot more maturing to do.
We mature for the rest of our lives. Do you know what I mean? Like it's always a progress, work in progress. But go on.
Yeah, I feel like like I've mentioned before, I'm a lot more accepting with failures or anything new. I used to be scared with trying new things, but moving out here was just like the biggest
Of course.
life decision I had to make. I think starting from that point on, everything that was new to me and scary was just kind of like a new wall that I had to break down. And every time I broke down those walls, I felt like I grew as a person. And I feel more whole now as a person than I used to when I first came out here. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's really beautiful that you feel you're in a really good place right now.
Yes.
Yeah. I think I can see that. I can see that like it's kind of like it sounds kind of cheesy, but it's true, like kind of like inner peace kind of like radiating from you, like namaste. You know what I mean?
There's a part 2?
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching.
No one told me there was a part 2. Here we are, making decisions. Like, maybe I'll watch part 2 on my own. Now I'm like, there's a part 2? Of course there was. But I really want to watch the next one. That would be a really long video. No, we'll do it. I'll watch it on my own. It's fine. I just really enjoyed listening to her, how she creates an album, like her process is very interesting, where there are times, especially with a lot of groups, some will have themes, some it will just be a mix of different songs. It does feel like she wants to have a theme or a story that she wants to almost tell in her albums, which is great. Hearing a lot of different like samples, or like the kind of like the track, and then picking what song she wants to put onto the album. She has a lot of like creative control over that, it seems, which is great. Also, yes, I knew going into this solo week that she was born and raised in the US. So I already knew that, but if I had not known that part, just watching a lot of her MVs and the B-sides, and even a lot of the live clips, by the way, don't forget, link is in the description if you want to go watch it over on Patreon, I would not have known, I don't think, that she was from the US. I don't think I might have guessed that she might have spent some time over here, but I wouldn't have guessed that she was born here. But when you hear her talk, you're like, oh yeah. You can sometimes hear the Jersey just in a few words here and there. Like, she has a slight accent. I have some friends that live in Jersey, so like you can hear it just like a little tiny bit. But what a great little interview. It doesn't tell you that it's part 1. If I'd known, sorry guys. No, I still enjoyed the whole thing. Don't get me wrong. I just wish they had told me that there was a part 2. But we're gonna watch Eric.
This is the intro jingle. This is the K-pop debug show with Eric Nam. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Happy New
These
Year,
two
everybody.
are
Welcome
hilarious.
To 2020. It
I've
is
seen some of
finally
Eric's
2020.
interviews before.
And no, it's the beginning of a new decade.
Ready.
Welcome to the K-pop debug show. I'm your host, Eric Nam, and today I am joined by a very, very special guest. And I'm not going to tell you who it is for another 30 seconds, because you guys need to go subscribe to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, give us rate and reviews, and check out all our videos on Dive Studios on the YouTube channel. So be sure to do that. And now that we said that, we got it out of the way, we can go ahead and introduce our friend, 2 good friends.
Yes.
We have a very, very incredibly talented lady here. She goes by the name Ailee.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, Ailee. How are you?
Love her.
I'm very good.
Thanks for joining us.
I'm so excited to be here.
Well, we're excited to have you. We're excited to have Cookie here, too.
Yes, Cookie's here.
Cookie, say
Aw,
hi.
her
Say
puppy
hi.
is so
Say hi.
cute.
That's there you go. That's a good hi. She's
Oh, she's
rolling
making
all
herself
okay.
comfortable.
Yes, get comfortable.
Wait, leave her outside. She's like
Cookie's
making her-
having like
she's
a-
like real
Cookie's having
comfortable.
a
A spaz
day.
attack right
I know.
now.
She's like, I think she likes the.
Oh,
my gosh,
nope, she's going
so
to Diane.
annoying.
How you been?
I've been good. Currently touring at the moment.
How many shows?
I just did Incheon, Gwangju, and I have Suwon coming up
Uh-huh.
on the 24th, and Daegu on the 25th, Seongnam on the 28th, and then on the 31st I have Daejeon, and then January 5th, Busan,
Sheesh.
and my last stop, Seoul.
Seoul.
In Seoul on
That's
January
like
11th.
8 cities. Stay healthy.
I am very healthy, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
keeping
good.
myself really healthy.
You've been working out, haven't you?
I have.
What have you been doing?
Just work out.
Just work out.
How was
Just work
2019
out.
for you?
Oh, wow. 2019.
I really need
for
to check
me,
out Eric's music.
It was really bittersweet. Yeah.
In what ways?
I was so tired
Uh-huh.
because I've been super busy. I
Right.
think probably the busiest I've ever been.
Oof.
I barely got any sleep this year, but I've been so happy with everything that I've been doing,
Yeah.
my music,
Mhm.
and all the concerts that I've been doing. And I've been doing a lot of movements where I get to catch up with my fans in person
Oh, good.
a lot. So
Yeah.
I've had a lot of great memories in
That's good.
2019.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We're talking about 2020 now, though.
Yes.
It's 2020. It's
2020.
2020. It's been 20 years since Y2K happened.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember that?
Do I? Yes. Did you stock up on food?
Well,
Did you stock up
I
on
did.
food?
I don't think I did. So for those of you who listen who don't know what Y2K is,
Oh my
pretty
goodness.
much at the year 2000, the turn of the
Mhm.
millennium,
Oh my word.
there was a
People
big freak out because
who,
people thought that the
the
world was
2000.
going to
Gonna
end.
end.
Yes, there
Right?
was.
And
Yeah.
so people
was
were like,
wild
stock up on
time.
food, it's going to be the apocalypse,
Mhm.
and like all the computer systems, because
Yeah.
this actually makes no sense.
I
It was
know.
because it's like if it ends in 2000, computers would assume that it's like the year 0. So it would shut down and
Mhm.
revert to nothing working. And I was like,
Mhm.
that's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
Mhm.
But people had like wrote
Yeah.
books on it. There were
Mhm.
news articles on
Mhm.
it.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
That's already 20 years ago.
I know. It's crazy. You didn't stock up on food?
No, I was like, if I die, I die, whatever. And I was like, 12
Wow.
or
But you
something.
kind of
I was
believed
12.
that it
I-
might happen.
If I die,
I mean,
I
a
can't
part of
live.
me, I was
Yeah.
like, maybe it'll happen because everybody made
Mhm.
such a big deal
Mhm.
out of it. But then I was like, there's no way everybody's just gonna die because the
Mhm.
computer goes out.
Mhm. That's why I stocked up. Because I didn't want to be one of those people who died.
Yeah, but it's been 20 years. 2010, we just did a countdown. 2010, we just did a decades countdown. And 2010 is before you debuted,
Mhm.
before I debuted.
Before I did, yeah.
It was like a bunch of original OG K-pop people.
Mhm. It was.
It was a bunch of
Original OG.
original OG K-pop
Yeah.
people. But who did you grow up listening to?
Oh, snap. Can I say?
Say it. Say it.
I was definitely listening to a lot of, like, around that time,
Mm,
around 2010, I was definitely listening to a lot of 21,
yeah.
K-pop wise.
Right.
21, Big Bang,
Uh-huh.
FX,
Facts.
Girls' Generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you're a big
I was-
K-pop
Yeah.
girl growing up.
I think it kind of developed when I was in high school. So like my
Mm.
freshman year in high school.
Yeah.
Definitely Boa.
Yeah.
She was
Boa's
one
great.
of my biggest. Yes.
Okay.
I loved her since middle school.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
She's always been there.
Mm-hmm.
And you always wanted to be a singer,
Mm-hmm.
performer,
Yes.
and then you got here and you just started slaying it.
Eric.
You did.
Oh wait, that's a whip.
That's a
Oh, Slaying
We're
Mike.
just breaking everything here.
What do I
What are you
They're
looking forward to
adorable.
this year?
I love their little friendship.
Well, I definitely do
I love
have
all three of them.
my US
Him and
debut
Amber in this
coming up
triangle
Dude.
here.
Yes.
Tell us more. What can you tell us? Are you excited? Are you stoked?
End of January, I'm heading out to LA to
Mhm.
meet some great producers and songwriters
That's awesome.
and take some meetings
Mm-hmm.
with a bunch of people and starting
Yes.
everything. I'm so excited.
Love them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really excited for
That's
it.
so exciting.
Yeah.
What kind of music do you want to do in the States?
Did
I
you
definitely
do a full
want
English
to
album?
do pop
Mhm.
R&B.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the stuff that I
Right.
like. We'll see. We'll see. I feel like, you know, whatever song comes my way, I'll be
If you
ready for
find
it. Yeah.
Fall in love
And
with it.
we'll
I mean,
know.
honestly, I feel
Mhm.
like you could do any genre.
Thank you.
I don't know if you can rap though. Can you rap?
I don't know. Shoot.
Can you
I
spit
know.
some bars for us?
What?
Oh, wait a
So
second.
yeah, I'm very excited for that
She
whole
has done a
project
little
to
rap.
start.
There was a
I'm
couple of
working with
songs.
Paul Farberman. He was
Later,
the
like-
manager for Celine Dion.
This time.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Are you gonna hang
And
out with
he,
Celine
like-
Dion?
Oh
Could you?
I
What
hope
would
so.
you do if you met Celine Dion? Imagine
What
you're in
would
the
I do?
studio, and
Oh, I could
your
hear
manager
her
goes, "Hey,
singing a
there's
Celine
somebody
Dion
here
song.
who I need to introduce you
Absolutely.
to." And Celine Dion walks in all of her splendor and glory. She
Mm.
goes, "Hello, Amy."
Oh my gosh, I think I'm gonna black out. I legit would black out.
Could you imagine? Like, I would probably black out too. I'd be like, "Oh my God, it's the Titanic lady."
What if I just bust
Titanic
out that
lady.
song?
Near, far, wherever you are.
These
I'll
two,
just
I
like bust it
cannot.
out while she's walking in.
I feel like, and then we need like
Crazy.
a fan to like blow her hair.
Yes, I'll do it.
And super exciting.
I'll
So
do it.
today, because it is,
So
you
funny.
know, it is January. It's 2020. We have a theme for today.
Okay.
But
What's
this
the
is
theme?
K-pop Tebak, right?
I've never done this before. I'm so
Right?
nervous.
Is this your first podcast ever?
Ever,
gosh.
ever.
It's nothing to be nervous about. This is it. Today's theme is fresh starts.
Fresh starts. Ooh,
We've started
I love
a
that.
new era, right?
Mhm.
So we're going to talk about artists with long careers and moments that they've either completely reinvented themselves
Mhm.
and came back hot and fresh after a long time gone from the spotlight.
That's like me.
Well, no, you're always active. What do you mean?
Well, this new album that I just came out with in
Right.
July last year,
Right.
2019.
Right.
That was my first album in like 3 years.
Was it really?
Yeah.
How did it take that long?
He's like, wait a
well,
second.
you know.
Well, yeah. Well, no,
Well,
you know what it is?
yeah.
It's the reason it doesn't feel like this because you had so many OSTs as well.
Mm-hmm.
You've always put out
No, I
projects.
didn't. I didn't even have that many.
What?
I had like maybe like 2.
What that
I will
Tokibi
go.
one?
Yeah, that was in 2017.
Well, that was also like song of the year, and it's still
Yeah.
played everywhere.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
That's probably why people didn't realize that I was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you've.
Interesting.
I can't believe that.
Yeah.
When did we put out Feeling? Was
3
that
years
3
ago,
years ago?
2016.
That's mental.
Yeah.
So the first
I love
artist that
him.
we brought up today
He's great.
is CL.
Yes.
CL?
Right. So CL, she has a new album out. The
Mhm.
title song here is called Done 16-12-01.
Mm-hmm. Did you listen to it?
I have. Have you?
It's dope.
I like it.
I love it.
Are you close to her at all?
No, I'm not
No.
actually.
Mm,
I've only
I don't
seen
either.
her like here and there,
Yeah.
like during music shows and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When do you remember like the first time you met 21? I remember you said you were a big 21 fan.
Yes.
What was that
It
like?
was definitely at a music show.
Uh-huh.
I like freaked out. They definitely thought I was a weird person. I was like, I was like, I love you guys. Yeah, they laughed.
What was your
love
biggest fangirl moment?
Boa.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I love
What
Boa.
was that? What happened?
I was talking way too much. You know how like when I'm like awkward and I'm like,
You're just like, hey guys,
yeah, I
okay,
just
okay.
like talk way
yeah.
too much when I'm just like in a really awkward position. I
Uh-huh.
just talked way too much, and I asked her for a photo, and I was like, I promise I won't post it anywhere, like fangirl.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
fangirling over Boa, and she looked at me like I was crazy too, like I had crazy eyes. But you know, I can't help it. Like I wanted to show my love for them.
I love her.
Yeah.
I get it.
I'm sure now she's like, man, that Ailee girl, she's so talented.
I hope so.
She's so special. All right, so let's talk about the song. CL has a new song and a new album,
Mhm.
and I'm glad that it's finally out
Mhm.
because, like, for real,
People have been waiting for it for
it
such a
took
long time.
forever.
Yeah, I was waiting for it too.
Yeah, me too. And I, you know, like being in the industry, you hear like rumors about like why it did or did not come out.
Yeah.
And for me, like I don't know what the case is, and I'm not here to fan the flames for any
Mhm,
rumors or
mhm.
anything, but like I'm just glad it's out.
Me too. It's out.
Cause and she's like done with YG now, right?
Yeah,
I think that's
I
the
think
thing.
so.
So now she's like, I've been hearing a lot of speculation and rumors about where she's signing, what she's doing, who she's working with.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't hear anything.
I'll tell you later.
always
I'll
hear
tell you
everything.
later.
Eric always has the scoops on
Eric just
everything.
knows everything.
And
I
I'm like
love it.
always so blind
It's fine.
with everything that
It's
goes
cool.
on. He tells me everything, and I'm
Ignorance
like,
is
oh.
bliss.
Yeah.
Ignorance is
I think that's
bliss.
why I'm happy.
There you go.
I think that's
Look,
really why I'm happy all the time.
that's
I don't
great,
know
though.
anything that's going on in the music industry.
Honestly, you
She's
are
like,
one of
I don't
the
know any of
most
the drama.
happy people that I know.
Yeah.
Like, even
She's-
if there's like a hard time, you're like, it's fine.
She
Yeah.
is a
That's
very
just- you're just a
bubbly,
very positive person.
positive.
That's
Yes,
what-
exactly.
Yeah,
person.
even last night when we were talking.
Yeah, you're just like,
eh.
sucks, but we'll get through it. You know,
Yeah.
that's just the way you are.
I know.
Which is awesome. But yeah, I wish I could be like that.
Yeah, you think too much.
I think a lot.
Yeah. You
It's-
you go really deep into like everything. But that's smart too.
It's just
Yeah.
tiring though.
Yeah.
And it's
it is.
also,
emotionally draining.
it's emotionally draining.
Yeah.
And it's just, I have a billion things on my mind all the time. So it's just like a lot of, it's, using your brain just uses a lot of calories.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's why I'm always hungry.
Oh.
Now I have an excuse. Diane, don't look at me that way. She's just judged me.
Oh, I didn't do anything.
Well, because, Ailee knows how to eat a good meal with me.
Yes.
And
I love
you
that.
cook really well too.
Thank you.
Well, you know what? I don't think I met CL like once or twice.
She's
2 or 3
amazing.
times. She's super special.
Yeah, and I feel like she's such an empowering person to be
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
She's amazing.
I can't wait to see what she does next. It's
Yeah, me
exciting
neither.
because you people like CL, myself. I feel like Jay Park.
Mm-hmm.
Who else is doing stuff in the
Sure.
States? Like,
Right now?
yeah.
Isn't Kevin doing something?
Well, Kevin's based in Japan.
Oh, well, true.
Amber's doing
Amber.
stuff. Tiffany.
Who else?
Like, you know, I
Tiffany,
feel like,
yeah.
isn't it interesting? Like, we are
BTS.
all, well, obviously. But I'm thinking more of like English speaking, like just very, very
Mhm.
Korean American kind of thing.
Mhm.
But I think it's interesting that like we're all at this point where we've done a lot of the K-pop stuff. We've
Mhm.
done a lot of stuff in Korea, and we're so blessed and thankful to have done
Mhm.
it. But just now, only now, 2020,
Mhm.
are we getting the chance to like really try things out in the States, like
Mhm.
home.
Yeah,
And like that feels really weird. to
Where's
me.
Eric from?
it does.
I don't know where
And
he's
it's
from.
also scary at the same time.
What makes you scared about it?
I mean, I definitely do have that feeling of going back home,
Mm-hmm.
but also I've been here almost 10 years now.
Yeah.
10
And
months.
Korea is like home to
Right.
me too. Like I
Right.
live here. I have a life here.
Right.
I have my dogs here. It's scary to kind of like go back, I guess. It's
Yeah.
like the same feeling I had when I first decided to move to Korea.
Yeah.
And just going back, probably so much has changed in the past 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of scary.
I
you
agree
know?
completely with
Mhm.
that. So I've had over the past year, like internally, I've struggled a lot with like, what would happen if I moved back?
Mhm.
Like just being so uncertain of
Yeah.
like, do I have friends? Like,
Yeah. I mean, I have friends, you don't?
I don't have friends.
Well, I'll be your friend. Amber's there.
Ailee?
Amber's there. I
Mhm.
mean, I think so. Like, I've always wanted to live in New York. Like, I've
Mm,
never been able to live in New York.
I
And
love New York.
you're from Jersey,
Jersey.
so
I
it's
went to
like
school
right
in
there.
New York. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pace University. Whoop whoop.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
See, I've never lived in New York, so for me, it's always been a dream of mine to live in New York. But whenever I go to New York, I realize like I don't have a lot of friends there. All my friends who used to like my closest friends, they all moved out. They're in like DC or like San Francisco or whatever. So, but like naturally, because of our work, we'd be either in New York or LA.
Mhm. Well, you can hang out with my friends, the ones that you met last time when we were there in
Oh.
2016.
Y'all are
you-
wild.
You don't remember my friends?
Y'all were wild. I just remember us being like, y'all is wild.
We know how to party.
Y'all know how to party.
Amazing.
I don't know if I can party like that anymore, though.
I'm sure you could. You
I
can
probably
outdrink me.
can. Yes.
You
Are we
can-
allowed to talk about that
Why
on the show?
not?
Oh my God. Eric
was
was
that?
trying to get me drunk and he got wasted. Because I drink I have pretty high tolerance. But I don't enjoy drinking, but I just have high tolerance.
Yo, gosh.
He was trying to get me drunk, so he pretty much like just kept
That's
pouring
amazing.
drinks into my mouth with a bottle. Like he legit like he didn't even give me a cup or a shot glass or anything. He just kept pouring alcohol into my mouth.
Hey, man.
And he got wasted.
I got really drunk.
Yeah, I remember.
That was a hard night.
Yeah, and I woke up the next day and I went and got on my
You
flight.
got on a plane
Yeah,
and I was
got on
like
a flight.
dying from a
Yeah.
hangover. It was rough.
Yeah. That's funny.
After that, I've decided just not to force anything on Ailee. If we're drinking, I'm just going to be in the corner quiet.
Yeah, you've never
I'm just like,
made
no.
me drink before after that.
No, I won't do it. I've learned my
Yeah.
lesson. If you guys ever meet Ailee, don't force her to drink. She will kill you.
It was you and somebody else. I forget.
Shuan.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
That's funny. They both got drunk.
Yeah, well, and he drinks really well too.
Yeah, I outdrank all of them.
He drinks really well too.
That's
He was like,
amazing.
let's
I
go,
love
let's
it.
go, let's go. And I was like, okay.
I know.
And then I was like, I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Because it was after like we worked all day too.
KCON.
Yeah.
It was after KCON.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That was
Good times.
good times. Anyways, oh gosh, I just had a bad flashback. In
Oh my
head.
gosh, what is it?
Do you remember we had to shoot that car thing for K-pop?
Oh!
And it was so
yeah, we
cringy.
sang So You
Some.
and Chunky Goes Some.
Yeah. And we didn't know the lyrics. It's
Oh, yeah, that was funny.
we were
We did
like,
a show. We did a song together at KCON.
yeah.
And then they made us film this like
Oh my
video
god.
of where we were like kind of having like a fling.
A date, and
Yeah,
I
a
was like
date.
going to go pick you up in my like
yeah.
car, my Toyota,
Yeah,
and
the
I was-
blue
Toyota?
the
one.
electric blue Toyota, and they're like,
And he was like opening the
it's like,
door for
honk,
me.
honk, get in, Ailee. And then
See, that after that is when we started really hanging out.
Yeah, probably.
That's when we first had like our like deep like conversations.
Yeah, because
about
we were just in the
everything.
middle of shoots,
Yeah,
just like talking.
yeah.
That
That's
was
when
2016.
we really started hanging out.
So there you go, 3 years
Yeah.
ago. That's funny. Time flies. That feels like forever ago.
Where are we? Did we even leave the first page?
No.
Okay, let's stop talking about other stuff.
They're
Is this gonna
amazing,
be like
though.
a 3-week episode?
I mean, it might as well be. So okay, we gotta go back to CL. So
Okay. Yes.
we talked
Oh,
about
so
CL,
obviously, yeah.
and then we
We're
talked
talking about
about
CL
people doing stuff in the
diverted.
States.
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, I love this because I mean, it just shows you like what kind of. I felt like I kind of got a glimpse of what kind of person she is
Mm.
through this video.
Mm-hmm.
Like she has so many supporters, and like you can tell that she really appreciates that.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's like other celebrities or fans who are supporting her.
Uh-huh.
This just made me feel like she was such a warm person behind all the flashy, hair and makeup
Yeah.
and all the divalicious,
Yeah.
images that.
Because I mean, if you look at her image, she doesn't come off as the most approachable person, right?
This makes her look super approachable.
Right.
Yeah.
It has,
Loved it.
everybody, all of our favorite friends and
Ooh, who's
people that we like.
Just
Who are you excited about,
Who
Ailee?
was that? No,
Oh, this is a fun video.
yeah.
I'm glad I saw.
loved
I'm
it.
glad we pulled it up because I had never seen it.
It's dope.
Yeah. No,
it's a dope
I'm
video.
super excited to see what she starts to put out
Mhm.
under her new projects
Mhm.
and what she's got going because
She has some great
she's been
stuff.
quiet for too long.
Like there was this other video, I think, where she had like all these pictures from, I think it was from her teaser that I saw. Like she had like old pictures from like behind the scenes photos and stuff that she just like
Ah.
put on as a teaser and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was really cool too.
I mean,
loved it.
I
Oh, that
can't
video.
like I imagine
Emotionally
that.
heartbreaking.
I don't know what she went through, but like she went to the States and like to not be able to put music out for so long as an artist has to be the most frustrating and suffocating thing, right?
Yes.
Like, and we know, and this is not as like a K-pop person, this is just as a fan. You know that like your artist wants to put stuff out. They want to perform. That's when you're living. But I literally looked at when was the last release and it was 2015. It's 2020 and this just came out. So that's like 4 to 5 years of no music. That's crazy.
That's wild.
It is.
That's insane. So I'm so glad she's back.
It's crazy.
2020 hopefully is like a big brand new start for her. And yeah, I'm excited. So on that note, we're gonna move on to our next artist.
Yeah.
Our next artist is Dawn, formerly of Pentagon. Yeah. Have you seen this? Money?
Did you know that dance?
No.
Not checked out.
I am not sledding right now.
I'm not sledding.
Is this it? Is this what you're trying to do?
Yes. The dance move. He does it. I can't do it sitting down in this big ass sweater, but
No, I haven't. I just saw it today.
those are my dancers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I that's why I know the dance.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
That's
Well, if you guys do
Those
not
are my
know,
dancers.
Don used to be in a group called Pentagon, and he ended up leaving Pentagon because he and Ihana of formerly of 4 Minute were dating, and I don't know.
I don't really know.
I don't
the
know how
deets
that
in
works
there.
out, but he
How
left.
do you not know? You know everything.
Well, I heard things, but I don't know. But anyways,
Eric-
this is his
Eric
new
is the
single
gossip
that
guy.
was just recently
I love
released.
First
it.
single.
First
As a
single.
soloist.
It is.
Yeah.
See,
A new
Peters.
beginning.
A new beginning. First single as a soloist. He's under P Nation, which is Psy's
Yes,
company.
yes.
They have Crush, Hyuna, Dawn, Jessie,
Yes.
and Psy.
Yeah.
And do you know Dawn?
Personally?
Yeah.
No.
I don't either.
I don't think I've ever met him.
I don't think I probably met him at Umapangso,
Yeah,
at
probably.
the music show where they
I
eat
don't
stuff.
know.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious.
That's the dance move.
Oh, that's
You
what
see
you
it?
were doing. It's like the sledding move.
Yeah.
This kind of reminds me of like Joker.
Yeah.
Did you watch
That's what I-
Joker?
Yes, I did.
What did you think?
Uh,
You did not like it.
I fell asleep.
You fell asleep?
I fell asleep.
Well, okay,
She
I
did
fell
not.
asleep towards the end.
Yeah.
Granted, it was like 4 a.m. That's why I fell asleep.
Oh, that's when I watched it. Did we
Right.
watch it together? Oh, okay.
I think I would have remembered if I watched
Okay,
it.
okay.
What was your favorite movie you saw recently?
Recently?
Yeah.
Oh.
Or do you have a favorite?
Well,
yeah, what?
I have two.
Okay.
Well, one is Parasite.
I haven't
Parasite's
seen it.
good.
I know.
Parasite is
I
good.
need
I saw
to
it in the
kick you in
movie
the face.
theaters. It's so
No.
good.
Please
How
don't.
have you not watched that?
I
It's like the
haven't had
best
time.
movie of all time.
I haven't had time.
Oh my god.
So I'm like, we should watch it at home on the big screen. But I've been so tired
Mhm.
that like I don't want it to be like Joker where I fall asleep halfway
Oh
through.
no, you won't. You won't.
Are you sure?
You won't.
On that note, congrats, Dawn, on your solo debut.
A new dawn.
A new
for dawn.
Dawn for Dawn. Not to be confused with Taun. There's another artist named Taun. It's spelled D-V-W-N instead of
Wait,
Wait,
D-A-W-N.
what? D
V-W-N.
D V? How is that?
I don't know.
Town.
That's how they did it. But
Wait,
he's a new
D-
artist.
V
W.
W O
No.
N
No O, just N.
D V W
V-W-N.
N. I mean, I would understand if it was just D W N, like down,
Right.
like down.
But I don't know.
Dvown. Dvown.
Divine.
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 Dvown.
But there's,
Oh.
you know, in Korea, there's like 4 Dons right now. There's like 3 or 4 Dons.
Yes?
I'm not kidding. Like, it's very confusing. I was like, you
I
guys,
never know anything.
you guys can pick, one of you can change your names. But anywho, this,
So
the
real.
newer
One
one
of you needs to change
is
your
under
name.
Zico's company.
Oh, okay.
It's a soloist, and he wrote one of my OST songs like last year or something.
Okay.
But he's a really, really good singer. Anyways, that's a
I'll have to
sidetrack.
check it out.
All right, next song. We're talking about reboots, right? So it only felt proper that we talk about the Wonder Girls.
Stop.
The Wonder Girls. Not that they're rebooting now, but they're like
Did
the
they put out any song?
no.
Oh.
They've been done for years.
No.
But
They've been done for
under
years, and he's
under
like,
our news, our segments here at K-pop Debug Show, we talk about recent ones and we talk about old ones. So this is more of our old school one. But the Wonder Girls, they have a very convoluted history, right? Because it was 5 members,
Mm-hmm.
and then Hyuna left,
Mm-hmm.
and she was replaced with Sunmi.
Yeah.
But then Sunmi left, and then Harim
Harim.
came in.
Yeah.
But then Sonye left,
Uh-huh.
and then it became 4 members.
Yeah. A 4-member group.
Oh wait, and when
I-
Hana left, no,
we
Okay.
get
It's
to
something
Wonder
like-
Girls. It's going
was
to be a
5.
time for me to remember all this.
it was like Sunmi, Hyuna, Yubin, Yeon이, and Soi,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Oh, there was no Sanye in the beginning?
God, I'm so
I
confused.
have no idea. This is confusing.
At the end, there's 4 Wonder Girls,
Mhm.
but the only one that was remaining full time was Yeon.
Yes. That's right.
And in total, there were 7 Wonder Girls then. I think. Yes. That's so convoluted.
And super
anyways,
complicated.
All to say that
I
when
kind of miss them.
I do too.
I miss them.
That's why
Actually, I miss all the early K-pop groups.
me too.
Yeah.
I've been
Like,
loving the throwback series that we did last year.
Have you been
I
to
can't wait to
recent,
jump back into
like,
that.
shows recently? recently?
No, I've seen
Exploring a lot of
an
these other
episode, and I
groups that we didn't get
How did you
to
feel?
check
I was
out.
confused. I
Why?
didn't know anybody.
Right?
I didn't know anybody, and I felt really
I
bad.
have Wonder Girls on there. Girls' Day, I think, is on there.
because, I mean, I'm supposed to know.
Exit.
Like,
Your peoples.
yeah, and like what kind of music they're putting out, and I just had no idea who any of them were.
That's how I feel.
And
I
felt-
feel very out of touch.
Yeah, me too.
I do a show called K-pop Daebak and I feel out of touch. Who have you been looking at recently? Like
Eric's so real
newbies
for
or
that,
rookies
though.
that you're like, oh, pretty cool.
Can you give me some examples?
Can you give me some examples?
Can you give me some examples?
Well, I've been impressed by like ATs. No, not ringing a bell.
Oh, I know them. My dancers, they choreograph their choreography.
You don't actually know them. You know of them because of your dancers. Everybody you know is because of your dancers, I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fair.
Oh, I know their dance move. I don't even know how to do it, but yeah.
Oh my god.
And who else?
Let's see, who else is there? There is.
I can hear the Jeopardy music right now too. Does
Who are we
Ailee know
talking
them?
about? Oh, ITZY.
Oh, I know them.
Oh, Etsy.
Do you?
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do a quiz between the two of us of just like trying to
See
name
if
rookies.
we know.
We
Yeah.
would just be really
And their
bad.
songs.
Yeah,
Be
we'd
really
be
We
bad.
would get so much.
We would get in trouble.
Yeah.
But there's too much content.
It's a lot of
TXT is really
content.
good.
Yes.
Who else is there?
TXT.
Text? TXT, text. Is that how you read
No,
their
it's
name?
TXT. It's
Oh.
Tomorrow by Together.
Oh, I've heard that. I'm so
Text.
sorry, TXT fans. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm just
I love her.
really old now.
That's no, it's not a
Yeah.
it's not nothing to feel bad for. It's just that how do you say?
There are so many new artists. It's hard to keep up, really. I don't know how all the K-pop fans all around the world they keep up. I feel like that's
It's a hard life.
a superpower.
It is a superpower, yes.
The way they all
exactly.
keep up with everybody who comes out.
Well, if you're living it and breathing it, like
Mhm.
I remember, like 5 years ago, if we're at the like music show every week, like we're. Oh wait, you mean K-pop fans?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I mean,
They know everybody.
it's
It's
quite
crazy.
incredible.
Yeah.
K-pop fans are
You
incredible.
guys are superheroes.
I can't.
They have superpowers.
If I didn't do the show, I would know nobody.
Okay. Yeah.
I would just not.
Oh my gosh, maybe I should do my own K-pop
You should.
Daebak show
You could.
so I can know everybody.
We could be a debate show
Okay.
between you and me, just constantly debating.
Okay.
Who are you listening to recently?
Eric Nam.
Yes, thank God.
Congratulations.
Hey.
That's the only part I know.
Thank you.
That's the only part I know. I can't.
It's fine. We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
But so the Wonder Girls. Going back to the Wonder Girls.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Going back to the Wonder Girls.
They
We're
go
all over
on
the place
so many
today.
tangents. You got to
Wonder
reel it
Girls.
back in.
They had
So great.
when they had like the final four. They did a song called "I Feel You."
Mm. And they did like the band.
Yeah, I
thing.
loved that.
I loved that.
I really loved
Sunmi
it.
playing the
too.
bass.
I love when girl groups do that, actually.
So good.
And that's one of the main reasons AOA caught my eye in the beginning.
Oh, when they debuted.
When they
You're
debuted,
close to
they
them,
were,
right?
Yeah, Chimini.
Chimini,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So like that was like an eye catcher. You know what I mean? And I loved when the Wonder Girls did that too.
Yeah.
I was like, yes.
Yeah, it felt very like strong, like
Mhm.
like strong female kind of thing. And the sounds, it was like 80s retro,
I
Stranger
loved
Things
it. I
vibes.
loved it. Yes.
So they did that, and then they did the song called "Why So Lonely."
Mm-hmm.
Baby, why I'm so lonely.
I love Wonder Girls.
I want them to come back
Me
and do
too.
like more music like
Why
that.
aren't they doing that?
They're all like split up doing their own thing now.
They don't want
You can call them and
together.
ask. I
You
don't know
can call
them.
them and ask.
to. I only
Well-
know Sonye.
Call her up. Isn't she like in America or something, or
I
Canada?
don't even know where she is.
I think she has like 2 kids, and
Yeah, the last
like-
time I saw her, she was pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
that's probably years ago too.
And I don't want to like ask her like, well, why aren't you making music?
Why aren't
when
you
you making
doing
babies.
Wonder Girls?
She's making babies.
Right, she's busy. She's being a
Yeah, she's
mom.
busy.
Important things. So
I know Yen, but we're like not that close.
Uh-huh.
I've seen her here and there.
okay.
Yeah, so I don't. Yeah.
Well, if you guys ever happen to listen to the show, they
Yeah.
probably won't. We'd love to see you guys back together.
I know we miss the Wonder Girls.
I miss Wonder Girls. Who else do you miss?
21
Oh yeah.
Yes.
for sure.
Uh
They were hands down, I think, one of the biggest artists of that time.
oh yeah.
hmm
I mean,
And
so,
Soyeonde.
right. So here's the thing, like everybody, I love BTS. Don't get me wrong. Like
I love.
I love BTS, but I think people often forget because of what BTS is doing,
Mhm.
and they're always like breaking records and like going to the Grammys or whatever, like woo. But all that was possible because groups like 21,
21 and
Mhm.
Girls'
Big Bang, Girls'
Generation,
Generation.
Big Bang,
because they were
Super
really,
Junior.
yeah, like the first
Yeah,
to start getting picked up by international media.
exactly.
Anyways, we got some questions here from fans on our Discord. All right, so
Okay.
I'm gonna ask them to you.
Questions for me?
At most 5.
Okay, at most.
Are you sure?
5.
We might like take another hour.
We're gonna go
At
quick
most 5.
How did you get questions for me?
because we put it on our Discord. We have like a live chat. And
Oh,
we'll,
snap!
So they know I'm here?
I just put up. I didn't tell them you're here. I just said, just send questions for Eric and Ailee. That's all I put.
Cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
What are the questions?
this is from Nocturne. If you have to pick 5 musicians or artists who influence you, who are they and why? 5 top musicians.
Easy. Whitney,
Uh-huh.
Mariah
Yes.
Carey,
Mhm.
Yep.
Alicia Keys,
Yep.
Beyonce,
Mhm.
and Rihanna.
Dang.
All good 5.
Oh, and there's
That was
one.
super fast.
Yeah. So don't make me close my door. I don't want to hurt anymore. Stay in my arms if you dare. Must stay in me.
So good. She's just
don't walk away from me, no. 'Cause I have nothing if I don't have not you.
Oh, man. Burned again.
Her vocals, though. That was her just
Burned
messing
again.
around. What the fuck?
Oh, man.
God.
Okay, so
can't.
Whitney is I have. That's such a good. Do you remember? I remember watching that on American Idol. Like people would sing that. I'm like, oh, that's so good. Mariah, what's your favorite Mariah song?
Hero or Emotions? Which one?
Hero's so good.
Oh, they're so different.
I know.
And then the other one was what?
There's a hero. If you look inside my heart. That's from Glitter, right? The
Oh,
Glitter
yeah.
soundtrack.
That was so...
I freaking loved that movie.
I never watched it. I just heard it was horrible.
I loved it because Mariah was in it,
Okay.
and her songs were like amazing.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna go with Hero. There's more of like an arch in the thing.
Oh,
Emotions just like from the
Okay.
beginning to end.
okay, cool.
Alicia Keys.
Ooh,
Ooh, so many good. Alicia
hard.
Keys song.
oh my goodness.
I keep on falling.
For just a while.
I love Fallen. I also love If I Ain't Got You.
Mhm.
Yep.
And No One. I love that one.
Remember My Boo
I love
with Usher? That's a classic.
yes.
We should cover that.
Okay.
That'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Did
But
they
what's your
ever?
favorite? You got to pick
I
a
need to
favorite.
know
I'm not
now.
letting you off.
What would you think? What do you think?
Shh.
What's my favorite?
If I Ain't Got You. I mean, that's just such a
If I Ain't Got
classic.
You.
Yeah.
I did sing that a lot.
I feel like I saw you
No.
sing that at some point. Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Mm.
But she has so many good songs like now too. But like back in the day, that like the songs that like got me into her.
Mm-hmm.
Umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yes.
there's this one song. Murderer. A murderer.
Oh,
that
yeah.
song.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't want to be.
I actually sang that on the
someone.
Maury show.
That's where I did see that.
Yes, I actually
Right.
sang that song. That
Okay.
was like one of my favorite songs by Rihanna.
All right. We're missing one person. Who do we?
Beyonce.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
Yeah. No. Just like, no, I
2.
can't.
I can't.
Okay, fine. Well, I
can't.
mean,
Beyonce.
you've done so many of her
So
songs.
many of her songs. I can't. I'll just yeah.
All right. Next question. This is from Felicious. Question for Ailee. Who's your BTS bias?
You're really gonna ask me that?
You can pass.
I'm gonna get
You can
shitted
pass.
on so bad.
No, you're not. It's just a bias.
No.
It's not,
I-
you know.
But I do have a bias.
Who? Okay, tell me later.
I love his voice and the way he sings. Guess.
Jungkook?
No.
Jimin?
Yes.
Ah.
There's
Yeah.
just like something in his voice, the way he sings, just like seduces you. I'm not saying like I'm like attracted to him like
Yeah.
that, but like
As a-
his voice
as
is
a-
so
yeah.
captivating.
Yeah.
And the way he sings it is
Yeah.
just like mind blowing.
He's
I feel like he's an
he's
amazing
great.
vocalist. The
He's
way
great.
he does like all his vocals in falsetto sometimes, it's just like,
Uh-huh. How do you
who
do
is
that?
this guy? And actually, I loved his voice before they blew up in the States.
Mm.
And when they were still rookies,
Yeah,
when they were new,
right.
I was like, I want to sing with him. Like I saw them performing on a music show and I saw him and I was just like, who is that kid?
Who's that kid?
Like, who is that kid? He is so
That
good.
youngster.
Like, I want to do a song with him one day. And I was actually looking for songs to sing with him. And then they blew up and I was like, okay, never mind.
I'm going to just crawl back into the cave.
Like, let me take a step back real quick. Yeah. I was just like, okay, I probably can't touch that.
Oh, man. Okay, well, that's like kind of about it. Like,
I've never said that out loud before.
The exclusive.
we got
The exclusive.
I don't think it'll be a problem.
Yeah. I love BTS. I
Yeah.
love all their songs. They're amazing.
They're great.
Yeah.
They're great people.
Yeah.
They're great artists.
And
so.
they are so humble.
I've said that before.
You have?
I have.
It is true fact. They are so
Right.
humble. And
Aw.
like even after they blew up, like I would run into them like on music shows
Right.
or whatever.
And they're still so proper
humble.
and they have good manners
Exactly.
and they're humble.
And I always say that. Like
right.
the higher you get,
The more
you
humble
know,
you should
in
be.
your success, the more you should lower yourself.
Yeah.
And I always say that. And I'm the kind of person who tries to live by that,
Yeah.
by those words
Mhm.
myself.
Yeah.
So when I saw them, I was like, they are good people.
Yeah.
They are such good people.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean,
100%.
I feel like people who think like that and act like that deserve to be on the top. And they deserve it.
They're there.
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly agree.
Hmm.
And on that note, we're going to start wrapping it up.
Okay.
She's
was
like,
it?
okay.
I had fun. It was easy.
that
I
painful?
was so comfortable.
We
Did I
didn't
do
do
anything?
much.
Did I do
We just
anything?
blabbered.
Yeah. This was very exciting. And I had so much fun. And I'm so grateful that, you know, my good friend Eric here has his own podcast. So
His
I can
show
be,
though is really good.
so
I
I
watched
can
his interview
experience
with
what it's like firsthand.
Minnie
Yeah.
and
it was very
Uki.
fun to actually
It was
be here in this atmosphere
It was really
instead
good.
of watching it online.
Yeah.
I mean, I do watch
Oh,
to
you,
support. Yeah,
oh,
I
thank
do.
you. Yes,
This is how much I love you.
Anyways, thank you again so much. Best wishes for
Thank you.
2020.
You too,
Happy
Eric.
New Year.
You too, Nam Nation.
Yes, on all you aliens.
Oh, you know my fandom
Of course I
name.
do. But
I love
okay, well
that
that's
her
it for
fan-
K-Pop Tip Box Show. You
The
guys,
name
please go
is
ahead,
Aliens.
subscribe,
It is so good.
and rate and review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and watch our videos on youtube.com/dive studios. Connect with us on our Instagram and everything. And we love you guys. And have a great year, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Bye.
You're so
Welcome
cute.
2020.
You're so cute.
Goodbye 2019.
Yay.
And I just look like a big green blanket.
Hey guys, did you guys
Okay. Okay, this is great. This is such a great way to wrap this whole week up with her. So fun. So fun. Oh my word. I need to check out more of his stuff. I do have him on my solo list because I want to check out a few little things. And then I've seen like some of his show as well. With some artists. He interviewed a few of Dreamcatcher, and then of course Minnie Yugi did that, so that was fun. But I just love seeing her, like Ailee herself. One, I wish I had known that there was a part 2. My bad. Of the iHeartRadio interview, but I'm glad I didn't switch, because this was a lot of fun. I love seeing the two of their dynamics, and I can only imagine if you added Amber in, the three of them would just be chaos. Have they done a show before? I'm gonna have to ask the Discord. Actually, I'll ask Toasty. Toasty's a huge Amber fan. Maybe they know. I'll ask the Discord. But great little interviews. Love seeing her album process. Just love seeing her hanging out, chatting, going off on tangents. Hilarious. They're a interesting little friendship duo, and I love it. But that's it, guys. Thank you. Hopefully you enjoyed the week. Do not forget that the live performances did get blocked over here, so the link will be down below if you want to go check that out for the lives. It is free over on my Patreon, so feel free if you want to check that video out, swing on over. I'm not going to be able to post it over here just because of the audio blacks, so that's just not happening. I wish it could, but YouTube said no. Yeah, but great week. Thank you for all your recommendations, additionally, that you've been putting into the comments. I've been checking a lot of those out on my own time. I really appreciate it. I love her vocal style. I love her voice. Her personality is great. I just love her. Love her. Hopefully we get a comeback this year. I know she had one, what, like 3 months ago, which I totally didn't know about, and no one recommended the video. I'm so sorry. But hopefully she'll have another comeback, and we'll definitely check it out on the channel. So thank you all. Really appreciate you hanging out with me this week. Don't forget, next week we will be checking out Holland. And then G-Dragon after that. So if you're interested in checking out any of their stuff, feel free, stick around. We're going to be checking out a lot of things over the next year-ish. So lots of stuff to come, and we're also going to be getting into a new deep dive. So I'm very excited for that one. We're going to be doing Girls' Generation. So that's going to take like the rest of the year. Like literally it'll be like six months. I guarantee. I wish my plan had gone a little bit better, because I wanted to also do G-Friend this year, but G-Friend might be the beginning of next year, just depending on how much content Girls' Generation is. We'll see. But other than that, thank you guys. Hopefully you had fun this week as well. I appreciate you swinging in. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you on that next one. Later.